Hello, I'm Paige Crungy. Welcome to Buckingham News at 5. The Student Union Executive Committee is a student body that has many responsibilities, from establishing clubs and societies to improving student life. Jessica McAndrew went to find out about where the funds of the committee are actually going.
Each term, the Student Union is given a grant to spend as they see fit. We went to see how exactly the money is being spent.
They get £10,000 per term. This is quite a new thing. It's only been happening this year.
Where is the money from? Is it a grant?
It's a grant from the university, I believe, which was given by the Vice Chancellor.
Do you think there should be more transparency on what the SU is spending?
Perhaps the SU exec could put up notices or notice boards or send out an email and inform the rest of the students where the money is being spent.
After we spoke to Sheila Taylor, she provided us with a copy of the spendings for the executive from the summer term. This totalled up to £18,000. Some of this expenditure was used on rebranding the SU and notably an Honours Board. We asked the Treasurer, Nigel Nolamba, if this was a justified use of funds.
Okay. Us as the SU executive took initiative in thinking that it was something that was in the best interest of students, and that's why we paid for it.
Don't you think it's quite a lot of money to spend on a board for the SU president?
Quite a lot of money to spend on SU executives. Like I said, it's a decision that we came to as a quorum to decide on whether or not it was something that was in the best interest of students.
But it only represents a small portion of the students at the university. It doesn't really benefit anyone directly.
Well, I agree, but then at the same time you need to understand it's a representative of people that have made a service, so prior SU executives and the ones that are yet to come.
Following the interview, it was clear that the fact any committee doesn't have to officially publish their accounts shows a lack of transparency between the current executive committee and the student body. This is Jessica McAndrew reporting for the Buckingham News.
Confusion has broken out across the student body following an email from Pro-Vice Chancellor David Billington, announcing that all advertising on university property needs to be approved by him. Jessica Rusher went to find out why.
When advertising an event for a society, one of the best ways to do so is to leaflet around university campus. However, an email sent out last week by the university sparked confusion over exactly who is allowed to do so and when.
Here at the Societies Fair, clubs and groups are advertising their events in the correct way. Of course, any society functioning at the university is allowed to advertise their events and projects anywhere around campus. Permission is only needed for advertising if it's on behalf of a private company.
The university campus is private property, and the same laws apply to university campus as all private properties, which is you need permission of the property owner to be able to advertise on their property. Advertising student parties is perfectly okay. Advertising furniture for sale or advertising a bake sale or whatever else you're doing as part of the student body is absolutely fine. What we need to be able to control, though, is outside businesses flooding the campus with leaflets for things which are often completely inappropriate.
One student who'd been leafleting on campus declined to comment on behalf of their company, but said to Buckingham News that they wouldn't want to comment on a libertarian university limiting people's right to choose and attempting to monopolise the village with regards to students. The Direct Pizza and Peri Peri Chicken Company owner, Shelley Cairn, spoke to us and said that they had been contacted by the university and will be withdrawing leafleting from the campus. Local events company BUX and local bar The Whale have declined to comment on the leafleting situation. So now the rules and regulations have been clarified by the university, let's hope that societies around campus can continue to promote their events without confusion. This is Jess Rusher for Buckingham News.
It has been quiet around the university's Amnesty International Society the last couple of terms. The recent change in presidentship, however, has breathed new life into the long-established student organisation. Navpreet Grill has the story.
The history of the Amnesty International Society at the University of Buckingham has previously been flawed with inconsistency, disorganisation and silence. The biggest paradox when it comes to an organisation such as Amnesty. However, the recent elections have brought a breath of fresh air back into the society with a passionate executive led by a dedicated new president, Chindale Ponsamath. What are the ambitions of the Amnesty International Society within the campus?
Well, we would like to raise awareness about human rights issues, first of all, because it seems like most of the people on campus are pretty ignorant when it comes to it. If you mention human rights, some people actually walk away from you thinking you're mentioning some kind of disease, and it's one of the very fundamental things in life that you should know about.
Founded in 1961, Amnesty International historically focused on prisoners, but its aims have responded to the changing patterns in human rights violations. We asked members of the society what Amnesty International means to them.
As a law student, I'm passionate for Amnesty International because it brings force behind the human rights movement.
You don't get organisations which are as wide-ranging or address the most important issues in the same way Amnesty does.
At a diverse university such as Buckingham, where the students and staff come from different countries and backgrounds, there are a variety of human rights issues which everyone can identify with. I'm Nafpreet Garwal, this is Buckingham News.
In other news,
as students settle back into university life, the University of Buckingham welcomes not only the new students but also the new Chancellor. Lady Keswick is the new Chancellor of the University of Buckingham. She succeeds the fourth Chancellor, Lord Stantonbury, who stepped down in March 2013 after 2 years' service. A ceremony to install Lady Keswick as Chancellor will take place in March 2014.
the University of Buckingham students were in an early spirit of giving, as this year's Rag Week saw charity Scope UK and the Little Princess Trust both receive donations of £1,750.
This year's Rag Week donation has been one of the most successful Rag Week donation ever we've had in the history of the school.
Duke's Music in Buckingham offered free zither playing taster sessions last Saturday.
Just has that, I don't know, it's like a heart, a magical sound to me. If you're a little bit musical, you like music, I think it is quite an easy instrument to pick up.
Musically skilled or not, all are welcome to try. Being the new kid at university can be tough, especially in the first couple of days. A guiding hand can be more than helpful. The new mentoring scheme at the University of Buckingham provides exactly that, a helping hand. Ben Fraser explored the new initiative.
The University of Buckingham students have set up a mentoring scheme and are now looking to recruit mentors and mentor coordinates. There was a meeting held in the staff dining room in the UTM on Thursday the 12th of September for people to sign up.
The scheme is about a student-driven initiative to help freshers settle in, adjust, find their way, meet new people and gain a certificate of mentoring participation. Finally approved with executive level support from the university, this student initiative is now actively recruiting for mentors to be paired up with new students within their faculties for the September intake.
Well, we're pairing up new freshers, so people who are coming into the university in the January, September or July intakes. The idea is freshers who come here have a whole lot of anxieties about starting university, for the first time. Everything to do with, the university itself, having to start a new course of study, where the lectures are taking place. In Buckingham we have different campuses as well. So the buddy system is really pairing current students who've been here for at least 9 months, so, 3 terms, with people that are just starting their first course of university. And they can ask basically, once they pair it up, they can ask any question to do with where's the lecture rooms, where's the library, where can I buy stationery, where can I buy some bedding, where can I buy groceries and things like that. Where's the bus stop? What's the best bus to take to Oxford?
Finally approved with executive level support from the university, this student initiative is now actively recruiting for mentors to be paired up with new students within their faculty for the September intake.
This is Ben Fraser, Buckingham News.
Up next, Michael Pearson with sports.
Thanks, Paige. The University of Buckingham's football club faced the unbeaten Stantonbury Social Elite Football Club at the weekend, hoping to cause an upset. Sam Leonard was there to find out if they did.
The University of Buckingham faced early league leaders Stantonbury Social Elite this Saturday, as they hope to end a 3-game losing streak that stretches back to the beginning of this term. The university looked to hit the form they had towards the end of last season by putting out a strong side to cause an upset against a side with a goal difference of +30 after only 7 games. With a crowd of over 50 students and locals watching the game, both teams couldn't wait to get the match underway. Stantonbury stole the first goal 6 minutes into the game with a goalmouth scramble. They then grabbed their second goal 12 minutes into the game. Soon after, Will McPhee put Shannon Birchall through on goal, who superbly scored. But unfortunately, due to a defensive error, Stantonbury stole their third. They then cleverly scored their fourth goal. Stantonbury then scored their fifth goal before going into half-time with a promising lead. 5 minutes into the second half, Stantonbury scored their sixth. But then, against the run of play, Captain Will McPhee scored to make it 6-2. 15 minutes before time, Stantonbury scored another goal, making it 7-2. Will McPhee then scored from a tight angle to make it 7-3. But from the kickoff, Stantonbury scored from a long-range shot that was not caught by our cameraman. The final score, 8-3 to Stantonbury. This is Sam Leonard, Buckingham News.
Sport is an important part of every university life. It allows people to compete, work on their fitness, and especially for freshers, socialise. The Sports and Societies Fair on Wednesday gave students the opportunity to sign up to a number of sporting clubs, and a few new ones as well. Han Xiang Wang was there to find out more.
On Wednesday this week, the university held a Sports and Society Fair for new students to join up to a variety of different sports, with many expressing their opinions.
Sports at the uni are okay, but like everything in life, it can be improved.
I think we need more advertisement and more sharing email for the students.
We should make people know more about that our sports office really offer a lot of sports.
I spoke to Stephen Ridley about the sports available for students.
Sport within the university is important because it gives students the opportunity to socialise. It gives students opportunities to meet other students they possibly wouldn't meet within their classes. It gives them also an opportunity to participate in physical activity, so it enhances their fitness.
New sports at university this year.
Okay, this year we've introduced some new activities. This year is the first year we've actually had a competitive cheerleading team. So the cheerleaders have competed in 2 tournaments. They're due to compete in the next couple of weeks in a tournament in Eastbourne. So that's a new activity, and that's participated in both female and male students. We've also introduced softball, which is the first time we played that since I've been here.
I'm Han Xiang Wang, Buckingham News.
That was it for the sports, so it's back to you, Paige, in the studio.
The 1st of October marked the 53rd anniversary of Nigeria's independence, but it was the first time in the history of the University of Buckingham that the festivities spread out over an entire week. Tajay Press put on the fitting attire and mixed in with the crowd.
This week, Nigeria celebrates their independence. It is an event that is held for a week long at the University of Buckingham.
On Tuesday, the Nigerian Independence celebration kicked off to an exciting start with a parade from Verney to OTM. On Wednesday, there was a lovely selection of Nigerian food being served and performances from professional African dancers and drummers.
The food was lovely. I actually certainly enjoyed the food, and so did everyone else. Thank you.
The food was amazing, and the dancers were amazing. You should have seen them. Everything was cool. Buckingham's cool. Happy Independence Day, Nigeria.
It was really fun to see all these people out here and the unity between all the Nigerian students, as well as the welcoming warmth they had in bringing in other students.
That was a great event. A lot of people turned out. It was my first Nigerian independence, so I thoroughly enjoyed it.
On Thursday, there was a wonderful display of African attire in the Nigerian fashion show, which was held at the OTM. The eventful week of celebration came to an end with a Nigerian Society party, as the students danced the night away until 4 a.m. This is Tajay Prest with Buckingham News.
Thank you for watching Buckingham News. We will leave you with some lovely zither sounds. Have a good day.
La